Hi, I'm Derek, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to automate your construction business. Stop doing those repetitive, menial tasks, create efficiencies, create more profitability, and a better experience for you and your team. All right, so before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs, likes up. Best way to grow your construction business, subscribe to the channel, get all the awesome information, know how to succeed and grow. All right, so first thing that we're gonna look at with automation, automating your business, it sounds like, almost a fairy tale. Most people don't even really know what's possible with automation or what automation means or how to start doing it in your business. They just kind of know it's a good thing, so you're in the right place. Software and systems, we'll start with the big guys. Software and systems, usually what people think about automation is, some sort of software that just does things automatically. So pros and cons, and consistency, efficiency, quality. Automation can definitely help with all those things. Some of the cons are if you are, client facing, automation can definitely feel robotic, unwarm, if you will, and you shouldn't rely on it with clients. With clients, you want to be picking up the phone, you want to be writing personalized emails, you want to make sure that you're, approaching them and interacting with them in a humane way, which means, customized, which means a little, more time and energy put into it. But nobody wants, automation of a client experience, especially when they're dealing with something like renovations or construction, type work. So that said, there is automations on the client facing side that are appreciated by clients. Some things like dashboards. So a dashboard where they can get information, they know the schedule, they know where to find all the documents, their budget, their contract, photos of their job, anything like that. So having a proper dashboard set up, make it automatic for your client to find that information so they don't have to phone you or bug you or email you. Hey, where are we at with the schedule? Hey, what's happening with this? Hey, can you send me this document because I lost it in my emails? So they should have access to all that. Make it automatic. It's in your best interest and in their best interest. A lot of automation though is going to happen internally. So for your internal systems, between employees, between maybe sub trades, a lot of that stuff, there's a lot of benefits and internal kind of automations that you can set up. So that's sort of the first thing. It's just knowing the pros and cons and the difference of like what's good to be automating and will actually not help your business or deter people from doing business with you if it's too automated. The second thing we're going to look at is software specifically. So a different software that you can start to use for automation is your project management software. This can be a good one. Often they have a lot of built-in automation with them as far as like alerts or notifications, scheduling. Your schedule changes, it automatically, makes the rest of the schedule follow that. So if your electrician takes an extra 2 days, it automatically adjusts the schedule and everyone is updated as far as like, hey, your start date is now 2 days different or what have you. Things like dashboards again for yourself. So your dashboard could be automated for reporting, knowing what's going on in your business. There's many different automations that can be done. Even things like if your contractors, liability insurance has expired or if payments have been made, lots of different things within the project management software that can be automated. Marketing is another place where you can start to automate your business. Good things to automate are emails, right? So sending out emails from your CRM. This could be to clients. Again, you don't want to overuse this, but it could be just be like, hey, we got your message and we'll respond soon kind of thing. It could be an SMS, text message, things like that. Reports for marketing, you want to make automatic. So you're automatically getting updated reports of, your sales, your marketing, your leads, your conversion ratios, all that important information that you need to know to see, where your funnel is at. If you have proper leads in your funnel and things are looking good, or if you're a little bit light, so now a month or 2 months from now, work's going to be slow or you're not going to have, as much revenue because you don't have enough action in your pipeline, you got to go out and start, improving your marketing and sales. Lead gen is another one. There's a lot of different ways to automate lead gen from, different ads, different ways to do ads, even just hiring a marketing agency, a lot of different programs for, posting social media content across different platforms, how to, do lead capture as far as getting people's information and setting up an automated workflow in order to reach out to them and have that information go to your other software. So a lot of automations that can be done in your marketing as well. Third place, you're going to want to look at automations and start to automate your construction business. I know I'm throwing a lot at you here, and if there's specifics or like you're kind of tied up on one or it's a good thing for your business, reach out to me. There's links in the description in order to do so. I'll be happy to help you. It's what I do. I help contractors systematize their business, build out the processes, help them with their software, get everything running smoothly, save you time, create profitability for your business, all those wonderful things. So third thing we're going to look at is financial. Automate some of your financial systems. Time tracking is a big one, right? Create an automated system for tracking employees' times. And when I say automation, I don't mean it's just going to happen 100% automatic, right? There's a lot of things where it might be 50 or 80% automatic, where it still takes some sort of human to trigger or event to trigger the automation, but you've set things up in a way so that when the trigger happens, a lot of the work, like a lot of the back-end stuff is automated, so that it makes it a lot easier and you just spend less time, or your admin, person that's doing the process spends less time because you're paying for their time, right? So if you can automate it, all the better. Data entry is a big one. Like I said, you should have a consistent flow of data from a lead capture to your marketing, to your CRM, to your project management software, to your financial software. You should not have someone who needs to duplicate a bunch of different entries from one thing to the next. It should all be automated. There is definitely ways and programs available, integrations, in order to have a consistent flow of information. Reporting, again, like all the rest, reporting should be a very automatic thing. And then payments, client payments should be automated, where they could just click a link and go ahead and pay, right? It should not be something that you need to do manually, collecting checks and all that stuff. Yeah, you've got to make it work, but you should have a system in place where you can automate a lot of that, save your time. Yeah, you may have to pay a little more for processing fees or what have you, but there is, again, a lot of different options out there, ways to do it, bank transfers, whatever. You shouldn't have to manually, be waiting for checks in the mail or sending things out, using paper. There's a lot of better ways to do it. Finally, the last software thing I'm going to touch on is there is software like APIs. Zapier is a great program. So if I'm losing you a bit here, don't fret. I will be moving on to the third part, which is a lot less data and text heavy as like the software portion of this. The software is just something that can create a lot of bang for your buck, because once it's set up, it's so inexpensive and so useful. Things like Zapier, where you can have a process get triggered in one software and it'll produce an effect in another software. What I mean by that is you could have a Google folder where you drop a file in. That file automatically gets uploaded to like your project management software, automatically gets emailed to somebody that needs it. So there's automations like that. There's also automations like, again, a lead comes into, let's say, your software that you use for whatever kind of form software, automatically moves it to your accounting software, your project management software, or wherever. So there's a lot of automation software specific that you can use to create processes from one software to another software. Again, if you want help with this, reach out to me. Third one, still with me here. Congratulations, you made it to the end. I know this is like, a lot. So pick a few things, and you don't have to get everything automated right away. Do an analysis of like, what are you going to work on this week, next week, and the week after. Create a system of slowly automating your business, or get some help with it. So third section I'm going to be talking about is SOPs, standard operating procedures. This is the people portion. We talked about the software. People is the other part of the automation. Yeah, it's not automated as far as like you need people obviously to do it, but it's automated as in you don't have to keep doing it, and you don't have to keep training someone the same way and taking up your time to do the same thing over and over again. SOPs, the way to create them is do, document, and delegate. So the 3 Ds, you're going to be doing it yourself, which obviously you usually have known how, or someone else has done it and you need to just take the information from them. Once you've done something, document what you've done. So what are the steps of how to do that? And then after you've documented it, you've written it down, or you created some training videos or whatever form that it's in, you then delegate it. So then you hand it off to somebody else so that they can get trained on it, they can do it. It's automated even if someone else is doing it, but at least it's automated that you don't have to do it personally. Great places to look at starting to automate are onboarding. So onboarding, generally there's a certain process that goes through for onboarding a new employee. You have someone come in who's new to your business. Well, there's all the different things that you're going to need to get them onboarded with. Your software that you use, maybe employee manual of like all the different stuff they need to know. Their first day of training, what they need to bring, different forms for information for taxes or for banking information or whatever. So there's going to be a big checklist of things. Very easy to automate. Just send out an email or have a kind of onboarding automation process. Training, it's not going to be automated as in like you don't have to do anything, but your training should be automated in a way that people can go through a process and get the same level of training. Nothing's forgotten, and it can be more or less automated with like videos or documentation, so that at least they have the knowledge portion of it. So they're maybe at 70-80%. And then when they do the on-site or the hands-on type of stuff, they already have a knowledge base, so it's going to be way more quicker and faster for them to get trained up, for them to start being successful, setting them up for success. Last kind of SOP thing I'm gonna touch on is workflows. A lot of contractors aren't really familiar with or understand, but a workflow is just specifically a number of different tasks that get done in a flow of work. So a workflow could be just someone's day of, like, if you have an admin, what's kind of the first thing they need to do in the day? If they're doing this task, what's kind of the next task they need to do? What triggers if they get a new client? What's the workflow? So they add their data here, or they move it to this. They have an automated call that goes out as far as like they need to pick up the phone and call them and get some information. So creating a workflow of like when a certain trigger happens, or maybe it could be a workflow for a daily routine of what needs to happen and what are the steps involved. Super helpful for training, super helpful for keeping consistency throughout your business. Hope this has helped you with automation. Make sure you check out the description below. I've got a free course how to start, building out the systems inside your business, as well as links to get in touch with me if you want to get, more help specific with this in your construction business. And lastly, to get more awesome content, learn more, check out the videos. I'm always posting new videos. Drop a comment. I'm telling you a lot of things to do here, but there's so much available. Check out one of the videos. Check out the next, the next awesome session.